Yo, what is good? It's your boy Divine back in the building. New year, new beginning, new chapter, fresh start, all of the above. 2023 has arrived. I don't know about y'all, but for me, 2022 went by super fast. Now, normally that's a good thing, man. I was very, very busy this year, very productive, accomplished a lot of things, and a few little bumps in the road. Of course, you got to go through some adversity to find success. So hopefully 2023 will be even better for myself and, of course, all the family as well. Hope you all had a good Christmas, spent some time with the family, got some good food in you, and back in the gym, hopefully, for y'all to burn those extra calories that you guys had during Christmas and New Year to set the new year straight and get those New Year resolutions written on the wall and make sure y'all execute those resolutions with full force. But your boy is back on the mic. As of late, I haven't been live very much. Unfortunately, just stacked up with work and all different kinds of stuff going on in my life, a lot of different priorities and whatnot. But it's like a solar eclipse. You feel me? Solar eclipse. I don't come here often, but when I do, it is extravagant. And tonight will be uh, another example of that. So before I get everything started here, I do want to recognize some of the people that came in here early tonight. I appreciate you immensely. I know there's a lot of other channels going live tonight. So if you're swooping by real quick to show some love, I appreciate you. We got Pink Meadows in the building. Salute to you. Pink Meadows, Dwayne Price in the building, Jerome in the building, A1 Hoop Zone in the building to kick things off tonight. If you're in the building, make sure y'all hit that like button. Go ahead and comment. Let me know that you're here. Da Vinci, the artist in the building. Good to see you in here as always. We got to get the likes all the way up. I don't plan for this to be a long live stream tonight. Want to be poignant and just straight down the line. You feel me? I've spent some time listening to a few other channels express their opinion on this topic that has come out here recently. You see, the world's a very mysterious place. The world is a very mysterious place, man. You know, uh, I was going to go live about Tank Davis a couple of days ago when the news first dropped of him having allegations brought up against him of domestic abuse or violence or whatever the case may be. And I was going to come and speak on it at that point. And I was like, you know what? This is what I do. If you guys have noticed Divine Sense, right? I mean, as of late, I haven't come live very often. But a lot of times I come in the aftermath. I should be called Divine Sense Boxing, aka Aftermath Boxing. That's what it should be. Because I come at the end, right? I let all these big channels come out here, leave their thoughts and whatnot, and I come in at the end because I like to wait. I like to wait to see how things unfold. What goes around comes around. Karma's a bitch. Those types of things. Like I said, the world is a mysterious place. The unexpected drops at our feet. And lo and behold, that's exactly what happened. Paul Nesby in the building, King Grayson in the building. Good to see you. Make sure y'all hit that like button for me. So lo and behold, that's what happened. New Year's celebration in the club. We got Dana White on video. Let me say that again. On video. Having an altercation with his wife. They're having a little argument. The wife starts slapping up on Dana, and Dana slaps her back. And obviously, that's all over the fucking internet. And I was thinking to myself, well, ain't that some shit? Rada the Prophet, what's good with you? Ain't that some shit? Right? That on the horizon of everybody going at Tank Davis, which, by the way, is deja vu for me, because it's not too long ago, recent memory for me. You may or may not be aware of it, but Floyd Mayweather went through the same shit. Right? Now, I'm going to talk more about that comparison here in a moment. But to stay on course, Tank Davis is getting attacked and lambasted on the internet, all over social media. Woman beater, this, that, and the third. With no evidence. No evidence, y'all. No evidence. A random 911 call of a woman saying, oh, he's trying to kill me. He's trying to kill me. My life is in danger. That's all we got. Not too much different than the Floyd Mayweather situation. No video evidence. No audio evidence. Just a woman's word. So that's happening. And then we go to Dana White, where it's obviously on video. Now, I'm sure there's some people, and I see my man Jerome here in the building with the comment saying that self-defense, and he's talking about Dana White. For me, this is, for me, it's a different conversation on whether it's self-defense or not. Rather, a man is justified in hitting a woman or not, right? Very slippery slope. Very controversial topic. I've been a part of panels and conversations many times in my life when it comes to should a man defend himself or not. Obviously, you got two stances, right? JC in the building. What's up, Don? I see the super sticker, man. Much love and appreciation. Thanks for dropping by. So on one side of the fence, people say, no matter what happens, unless she's got a knife coming at you or where your life is truly in danger, you should never hit a woman. Right? You got a lot of people, and I'll specify men, right? Because a woman's opinion on whether a man should hit a woman or not doesn't carry as much weight as amongst men, right? Amongst our peers as men and in the opinion, right? Because we're the ones as men that's in the situation of having to make that decision. It's easy for women to say, oh, it doesn't matter what I do. you should never hit me. Right? I can call you all kinds of bitches and pussies, and you ain't shit. Your mom ain't shit. I can throw pots and pans at your head. Right? I can come at you sideways with a spatula. Right? Spit in your face. It doesn't matter what I do. You should never hit me. So it's easy for a woman to say that. But amongst men, the opinion normally is split. PGH Big Dog in the building. What's good with you, bro? Where one side says, no matter what happens, bro, never put your hand on a woman. And you got the other side that says, you know what, bro? Hey, if a woman wants to put her hands on me, if she want to act like a man, I'll treat her like a man. Right? So, two different opinions. That's a whole different conversation. Now, if we want to talk about rather Dana White was justified or not, we can. People can ask it in the comment section. But right now, I want to focus on the hypocrisy. Dana White was caught on video smacking his wife. That's it. It doesn't matter whether he was justified or not. The point is that the man is caught on video smacking his wife. We got Tank Davis and Floyd Mayweather and many other. Let's keep it real. And I hate throwing race into this. I don't do it. Divine Sense Boxing doesn't bring race into shit. The media does. The people do. I got a voice, I got a mic, I got a camera. I'll speak on shit when I feel like I need to. And in this case, I feel like I need to because there are black athletes. Let's keep it real. Black athletes who have been thrown in jail, have been kicked off teams, have been fined, have been ridiculed on shows like fucking Undisputed by Skip Bayless, who, by the way, is a piece of shit. Right? Their whole character is dismantled. Crazy, mean black man. Okay? I'm keeping it real. Stop me when I'm lying. Then, if a white man does it, I think they've got some domestic disputes. There's some internal things going on. Excuses. Once again, it doesn't matter whether you think Dana was justified or not. The point is that he was caught on video, unlike many other black athletes who are not caught on video. It is their word against a woman's word. And you can argue 8 out of 10 times they take the woman's side. Andrew Charles in the building. Now, I've walked around YouTube for years, and a lot of times, it's never a good look, regardless of if you're black or white. It don't matter. As a man, it never looks good, especially if you're caught on video of you smacking around a woman or pushing around a woman or whatever the case may be, right? Especially when we're talking about, big, strong men. Dana White is not a small dude, right? He's not a small man. Did he hit his wife with full force? No. Y'all seen the video. He didn't wind up and try to knock her head off. Right? But yeah, he put his hand on her. So we don't really know what happened between Tank and his wife or his girlfriend, whatever she is. I'm not sure what the relationship status is. Baby's mama, I don't know. And Floyd in the past with his baby's mama. What really happened? Because there was no video, right? It was literally their word against the woman's word. Now, Floyd served time because of that domestic dispute. Okay? He served time for that. Now, what's also funny is, what's up, Anthony? I appreciate you immensely, bro. Sturdy Spice, what's up? Look, man, my whole thing is this. We have to look at the full scenario. We got to look at the roots of situations, not just face value. Okay? And it's ironic to me how Tank how let's put it this way. How quick people were to pull the trigger on Tank Davis to quickly call him a woman abuser, a man that's out of control. The dude's got a temper. Once again, like I said, crazy, out of control black man. Without having to use those words exactly, that's how it was portrayed. Period. And it was easy to attach those negative words to Tank Davis. Why? Because one of his mentors for a lot of his career, a.k.a. Floyd Mayweather, was also accused for the same shit. So, the media basically said, what is it? How do you say it? The birds of a feather flock together. That's what they did. They couldn't even wait 24 hours for the details to come out. Then when the details did come out, where the woman said, "Oh, you know what? I apologize. I was tripping. I was emotional. I jumped in the cart before the horse, and I called the police. Tank never hit me. My bad. Tank, I apologize for making you look like a fucking jackass in front of everybody. I apologize for that." And everyone's like, "Oh, okay. Well, I guess he didn't do it." No apologies. All those people that came and attacked Tank Davis, nobody apologized. Nobody came out here and said, "Oh, you know what? I was a little bit too quick on the trigger on Tank. I should have waited for the information to come out." Everyone just said, "Oh, okay. I guess he isn't an abuser. We'll wait for the next time. We're going to sit and wait on the sidelines, and we're going to wait for the next time. He slips up or he's in some controversy. We'll wait." And it seems to me that the only time somebody is forced into a position to have to apologize is when the weight of the world is upon your shoulders. And I'll give you an example. Something that happened here recently with Skip Bayless. With Skip Bayless coming out and being completely insensitive to the fact that a young man almost lost his life, right? "Oh, you're all right, man. Get your bitch ass up. You all right. Let the game continue." Then the weight of the world, rather, went on the shoulders of Skip Bayless, which forced him to come live and apologize for his comments on Twitter. People show their true colors quite often, and it's up to you to see through that shit. I've known for years that Skip Bayless be on that bullshit. Now, am I going to come out here and say that I think he's racist or something like that? No. Do I think that he is an arrogant, ignorant, self-centered piece of shit? Yeah, I do. And I don't give a fuck when anybody comes in here and tells me, "Oh, man, it's all part of the job. It's part of the script. This, that, and the third." Nah. He is who he is. And he loves that chair that he sits on. And he loves to ruffle feathers. And he loves to piss off, quite frankly, black athletes. Been doing it for years. And this is not the first time Skip Bayless has said some dumb shit, and he's had to come live and publicly apologize. But after all these years, and he loves to remind people that he's been talking about sports for more than 50 years. with his old ass. This is not the first time he has said some dumb shit. In particular, in regards or something that have to do with the black athlete, and has had to come out and apologize, but yet he still has his job. Oh, I can't wait until they figure out what they're going to do with him and Shannon Sharpe. Well, Shannon Sharpe wasn't on the last live on Undisputed. So we'll see what happens with that. But going back on topic. Let's do everybody a favor before I continue this live, and everybody jumping in the building. If you haven't commented and you're chilling and listening, maybe you're driving your car back home from work, I appreciate you. Just do me a favor and slip down and hit that like button for me. I don't come live very often, so enjoy the moment. Like I said, it's like a solar eclipse. I don't come around very often, but when I do, it's extravagant. But I want to do a favor for everybody, because I feel like this song that I'm about to play in the background is fitting. I'm going to play this song right quick, and then I'm going to give you guys my opinion. This is what the real reason why I wanted to come and make live. I mean, even a few days ago, but I waited. It was just ironic enough that, you know, Dana White got caught in some shit. And I was like, well, ain't that a bitch? See, that's the way the world works. That's why you just got to wait. The universe has a way to speak to us. We just got to open our fucking ears and eyes and listen and see it. I'm going to play this song right quick. There's a reason why I'm going to play it. And I'm going to give you guys some more deep thoughts when it comes to, in particular, men and women situation. This is some deep shit tonight. This is going to be a deep-ass live. If you ain't ready for it and you want to, oh, man, Devon, bro, just talk about boxing. Like Drew Titan likes to say, boxing, please. Tonight's not the night. I've got some videos planned in the future. Don't worry. I got a lot to talk about when it comes to boxing. But tonight, we have business to conduct. Like my man in here, Anthony Clark, said, this is exactly why I subscribe to your channel. Either you can handle the real shit or you can't. If you can't, then you come back for boxing. So here we go. I'm going to play this song. There's a reason why I'm playing it. And then I'm going to remind you guys on why I wanted to talk about this tonight live. Apologize. Not the song that I wanted. Hold up. Let me find the song. I lost it. Y'all just jumping in the building, man. I appreciate you. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Let the people know you're in here. It's free. Don't worry. It's not going to cost you a thing. All right, guys. This is the song that I wanted to play. It's going to segue me into what I want to talk about. So sit back and enjoy.
Well, I got a woman way over town that's good to me. Oh yeah, say I got a woman way over town, good to me. Oh yeah, she give me money when I'm in need. Yeah, she's a kind of friend indeed. I got a woman way over town that's good to me. Oh yeah, she says I love it early in the morning just for me. Oh yeah, she says I love it early in the morning just for me. Oh yeah, she says I love it just for me. Oh yeah. She's there to love me both day and night. Never grumbles or fusses, always treats me right. Never running in the streets and leaving me alone. She knows a woman's place. It's right there now in her home. I got a woman way over town that's good to me. Oh, oh yeah. Say I got a woman way over town that's good to me. Oh yeah. Oh, she's my baby. Don't you understand? Yeah, I'm a lover man. I got a woman way over town that's good to me. Oh yeah. Don't you know she's all right? Don't you know she's all right? She's all right. She's all right. Oh.
All right. So now that we got that out of the way, there's a reason I played that song. There's a reason I do everything. There's a reason why I'm calculated on the things that I do. Classic song. Ray Charles, right? I Got a Woman. Very classic song. I can listen to that song every day of the week, right? And the moral of the story and the song itself represents something very unique and very significant. Women, right? Women. Because that's what this is all about. What women can do to men. Their capabilities, both positive and obviously negative. Right? We all heard the saying, can't live with them, but I can't live without them. Right? And it's a classic scenario and a classic conversation of, you know, the battle of the sexes and all that shit, right? But this is much, much deeper than that. And we have to remind ourselves sometimes as men. And let me say this too before I continue. Gnarly Ray in the building. What's good? I see you in the building, bro. Jared, East Bank M. Oh yeah, YouTube. They stay fucking with me, bro, all the time. I'm sick of it. They never be putting out my notifications. We know what time it is though. So look, I want to say this though. For all the men out there who are listening, if you're married and you got a good marriage and you love your wife, and you got a beautiful family and children, and you got a fiance, you got a little girlfriend, and everything's good, I got love for you. I got respect for you. It takes a man to hold down a household. It takes a man to be able to balance his own life and a woman's life. And it takes a man to deal with women when they go through their emotions and their mood swings and they out there PMSing and doing all the emotional shit that they do. It takes a man to have to deal with that shit. Now, for me in particular, everybody has a different pathway in life, a different history when it comes to women. For me, I've predominantly, for most of my adult life, have been single. If I look at the last 15 years of my life, I've been in a relationship maybe 5 years of that 15. So 10 years of 15, I've been single. There are several reasons for that. I won't get into all the nitty-gritty details. Perhaps one day when I start another channel, I'll talk more specifically about these type of topics. But I will tell you one thing. One main reason why that I've decided, or some of it has been decided, and some of it has just been circumstance. of being single. One of the main reasons is, especially as I got older and wiser, you learn how to alleviate bullshit. You learn how to see shit before it happens, right? You go on a few dates and you're like, oh, I'm feeling this chick. But it doesn't take long for them to start to show their true character. And it's up to you to pull the plug quick time. Doesn't matter how good they're looking, how good their booty looking, how good they look dressed up, how sweet they are, how kind they are, how much they text you, or how sweet that ass is when you hit it. When they display certain characteristics that you know deep down in your soul that you know you can't fuck with that shit in the long run, it's up to you to pull that plug. Because women, they have a web. You feel me? They have a web. You get stuck in that web, that's it. They got you locked in. All right? So here's the thing. We have to remind ourselves of men sometimes, right? How to operate. And like I said, if you got a woman that you doing good right now and you're happy, shit. Sometimes I can admit that maybe you're a better man than me. Shit, I don't know. I have no problem admitting that. I don't have any ill feelings towards that or makes me feel low or less than anybody. But in a way, it makes you a better man than me. Shit, because I stay single. But as time goes on, and the more things I learn about the world and about women in general, the higher my standards go, and the amount of patience that I have for bullshit becomes minimal. And I'm very straightforward when it comes to I don't play any games. I tell women straight exactly, who I am, what I am, what I'm looking for in a relationship, X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? And I lay it out. I make them decide. I don't want to be in a position to have to make decisions for women or where the relationship is going. I don't want that burden. I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. You ready for that or not? Now, what's your point, Divine? My point is this. Tank Davis, right? Even Floyd, when he got caught in his bullshit. Relatively young. Well, Tank Davis is very, I mean, we forget how young he is. I don't know his age right now. What is he, like 26, 27? I can't remember his exact age. All I know is he's at least 10 years younger than me. When Floyd got caught in his bullshit, he was in his late 20s, maybe early 30s. Okay? And I'm going to tell you guys right now, I didn't get to the point where I'm at now when it comes to women and really analyzing this shit and being very strategic until I was about 34, 35. Like really honed into it, really embraced it, right? No fear. Like, this is who I am. I've created this imaginative fucking statue of Divine Sense Boxing. And I put that shit up in my crib, and I built that motherfucker, and I'm proud to display it. That's who I am. Like, marble statue, unbreakable. Built that shit until about 34, 35. That's when I knew this is who I am. Anything before that, you learn to bend certain things because you want to make things work, or you become too competitive. And you want to get that ass because you don't want nobody else to get that ass. So you become competitive, and your ego gets in the way, your pride gets in the way. You start making bad decisions. Right? So we forget how young Tank is. When I was Tank's age, I was doing some bullshit. Okay. So we already know that this woman, whatever she is, I don't know the relationship status between her and Tank, but we know that she came out and said she lied. She lied on the man. Oh, my bad. Tank never hit me. My bad. I was emotional. See, this is the bullshit that I'm talking about. This is the type of bullshit that some women be on. This is exactly that bullshit that some women be on. And they can put it on you at any particular moment. Right? Where a basic argument can fucking turn into World War III. And you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know the extent of a woman's resolve and how badly they want to win. And for some women, they'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means to dismantle you. Women literally, because they feel some kind of way about one thing or the other, will take men's children away from them. They won't let their children see their father because they know that is the greatest weapon to use against any man. And I'm speaking the truth here. Any women here that are listening, don't take it as a disrespectful thing. I'm speaking facts, and I'm speaking from the heart as a man. And believe me when I say this, I love women more than any other man out here. And literally, I can't live with them, but I can't live without them. I love women to death, sometimes to the point where I had to go through the trenches to get where I'm at today with women, because I love them so much that I bend and I bend and I bend until eventually I break. But that's what the message out here for people, especially anybody young listening to this live stream right now. Never bend. Oh no, never bend, because if you bend, you're gonna break. Women best and strongest weapon is to use their children against them. Because when all else fails, that's what they do. Now, I know a lot of women out there that, despite whatever relationship they have going on with their baby's dad or their ex-husband or whatever the case is, their ex-relationship, are very productive mothers and always make sure that their father is in the children's lives. Okay. But I would argue that it's a small percentage in comparison to the women who feel scorned and hurt and angry and jealous and feel like they are in a losing situation, or they're not getting enough out of the breakup, and they're going to try to find some moral victory. Right? And they take their children away from men. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, this is not unique to one particular race. Women across the world do this shit. Because I've heard rumblings throughout my life that, oh, it's only minority women that do this shit. Oh, you are dead wrong. There are certain things about women that are universal despite their culture or race. See, it's a very simple thing that sometimes we don't think about, and this is going to lead into the Dana White situation or any other domestic case that we have seen, especially when it's been caught on video. Women don't have the physical capabilities to challenge men, right? Common sense. Men and women operate differently under anger, under distress, or to solve situations. Since the dawn of time, men and women have different roles, right, in society, and they operate differently to diffuse situations and or deal with situations, right? There's a reason why shit goes haywire. Men are like, all right, grab the spear, grab the shield, grab the sword. We're going to war. We're going to kill those motherfuckers. That's how we deal with it. Now, what do women do in that situation? What do women do in that situation? Right? They go up in there into the enemy's camp and poison the fucking water. Right? Much differently. You can look through history, and there are many documented incidences and documented situations of a woman being behind almost every single emperor, king, general who's operating behind the scenes. And you could actually argue that they have way more power than the king or the emperor or the general themselves. Look at history. There's a woman behind every leader. Alexander the Great, the man who united Europe and Asia, essentially. Not all of Europe, but united Asia, right? One of the main components to his drive and his determination, and in the belief that he was a demigod. He believed in the depths of his soul that he was the son of Zeus. Who convinced him of that? Who convinced him of that? His mother. His mother convinced him that his father was Zeus, which propelled him and drove him to different heights mentality-wise to accomplish what he accomplished. But guess what else happened to Alexander the Great? He was poisoned by the people closest to him. And more than likely, it was either a jealous man or it was a woman. Period. So what do we learn from the lessons of history? We have to be careful when it comes to operating around, one, as men, one, how we operate around women, where our standards are set, how disciplined we are, how aware we are of our surroundings, how we're able to pick things out before they happen. And also to detach ourselves from jealous, hateful men who are dying to be like you, who smile in your face and try to stab you in your back every time you turn around because they have deep envy for the things that whatever you may be blessed with, right? Those who are blessed are equally cursed. Let me say that again. Those who are blessed are equally cursed. There's an old saying that the ancient Greeks used to say, that the gods bless you in the day and they curse you at night. Those who are blessed are also cursed. That is the way of the universe. Achilles, arguably the greatest warrior to ever set foot in the world of Greece. But he was cursed. Why was Achilles cursed? He was cursed because, God damn, the greatest warrior in the world who can get any piece of pussy he wants fell in love with a particular girl and sold his soul for that girl. And guess what? That drive, that passion to try to win this girl over. I'm going to change my life. I don't want to be a warrior no more. I've done what I needed to do. I'm going to fall in love and be with this woman. I'm willing to climb mountains. I'm willing to die. And guess what? He did die. That was his curse. Hercules was cursed. Samson was cursed. Any great athlete of almost any great athlete of today's of the modern era also are cursed in one way or another. Michael Jordan, the greatest of all time, lost his father at a young age. Right? Big Dog Willie in the building. What's good with you? Tonight is a history lesson. Tonight is a reminder. When you are blessed with certain abilities and skills, and I'm a firm believer that we're all blessed by the universe in one way or the other. Some people are artistic. Some people are intelligent. Some people have athletic natural abilities. Some people are mathematicians. All right. Some people are visionaries. They can see the future. They can see spirits. They're mediums. They're psychics. The list goes on how we are blessed as human beings with certain gifts and abilities. Some people have a knack of success, drive, determination. May not be the best looking person. Maybe not the best physically looking person. But they have a knack for success, which can also be envied. So, with those gifts, the bigger the gift, the bigger the curse. We have to be aware of that and be aware of the people that want to be around us. A friend of mine made a post the other day around New Year. I thought it was a brilliant post on Instagram. And he said, for 2023, I want you to take a moment, stop everything that you're doing, sit down, close your eyes and take a deep breath, a little quick meditation, and think about something for 2023. Think about all of the people. If you were to turn off your phone for 2 weeks, no phone for 2 weeks, no social media, nobody can call you, nothing for 2 weeks. Think of all the people that would be worried about you, that would come down to your house to make sure that you're okay because they can't contact you. Think about the people that would be hurt or worried that they can't get a hold of you. Those are the only people that matter in your life. You can have 50,000 motherfuckers following you on Instagram. A vast majority of them are envious. That's the way the shit works. And that shit, when I read that post, like it blew me away. I was like, That's some real shit right there. Because, yeah, I have acquaintances, I have friends, I have people that like to shake my hand, tell me, "What's up, man? How you doing, bro? How's life? This, that, and the third." But I know deep down you don't give a shit, right? It's the people that you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that will be there. Those are the people that matter. Those are the people that you keep close. Everyone else is at an arm's length. What have you proven to me for me to entrust my passion, my dignity, my compassion, my love? What have you done for me to entrust those qualities? That is the question. So, in regards to Tank Davis in particular, I think he has learned a valuable lesson about this particular woman who basically tried to throw him under the bus. Sometimes that's what it takes. Sometimes that's what it takes. And hopefully we don't end up like Achilles and get an arrow through the ankle and fucking bleed to death. Because we're too stupid and too arrogant and too prideful to give up. This is a message, and I know I'm speaking to some hearts right now. I fucking know. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones. I feel it in my energy right now. I'm speaking to somebody right now on this mic. Know your worth. Know your worth. Set your standards high. I've had women tell me, "Oh man, that's why you single, because you want the perfect woman." You damn right I do. You're damn right I do. And I got zero shame. I'm a human being, right? I've been single most of my life. Most of my adult life. Do I get lonely sometimes? Of course I do. Would it be nice to have a woman by my side to comfort me, to listen to me, to be there for me, to be my best friend? Of course. But am I willing to sacrifice those empty feelings or that feeling of loneliness and just invite some random chick who I hope can fill that void? Absolutely not. I can find some other shit to do to keep me occupied. So, when we see situations as well with Dana White smacking his wife, what people need to realize is that you think that's the first. Let's be real. Do you think that's the first time Dana White ever smacked his wife? Ask yourself that question. Is that the first time Dana White has ever smacked any woman? Because I don't know about you, he looked pretty comfortable doing it. He looked pretty comfortable doing it. Now, I mentioned this earlier if you came in late. Sure. What's up, G5? I see you, bro. I hope you're still in here, man. Good to see you, man. Happy New Year. Anthony Clark, I appreciate you. But it's something that you have to ask yourself. Do you think that was the first time he ever smacked a woman? That's up for you to decide. But you look pretty comfortable with me. Now, he probably feels like shit because somebody caught it on video. Okay? So then the question that a lot of people are begging to ask, that they won't ask it, but they think it. Divine, what do you feel about a man hitting a woman in self-defense? What's your thoughts on that? Let me put it to this way, and I'll end this live stream with this. and this was a very hot topic, whatever it was 8 or 9 years ago when Floyd was going through this shit, Floyd Mayweather. When he was going through this, and ended up serving time because of the altercation with his baby's mom or his children's mother, because he had several children with her. And at that time, a lot of people were coming out asking me the same fucking question. If it's true, Divine, and Floyd did smack the mother of his children, do you condone it or not? Do you support that? Well, first off, in the case of Tank or Floyd and a lot of these other athletes who are accused of smacking their spouse around, or an ex-girlfriend or a baby's mama around, a lot of times there is no evidence of it. It's her word against his. So quite frankly, I don't know. But let's take a situation like Dana White, or let's take a situation where it has been caught on camera. Or let's take another situation that I've seen with my own eyes, right? Fuck video. Maybe that video is edited, right? If people want to take that route too, oh, that shit was it was taken out of context. All right, so I'll give you guys a personal experience. Now, for me personally, in regards to have women ever been physical with me? I have to think really long and hard about that. But off the top of my head, I don't think any woman has ever dared to put their hands on me. I'm just keeping it real. I've had women threaten to hit me. I've had women throw fucking cups or plates or fucking whatever, phones, whatever. I've had that a couple of times. And I remember one particular situation. I was kind of an asshole. Maybe I deserved it. But I was in Japan at the time, and I ended up hooking up with this chick in this club, went to this hotel, and I woke up, and it was one of those, like, how the fuck did you end up in my bed type situations. I drank way too much Jack Daniels last night, and I was kind of an asshole. I was like, look, you got to go. And she didn't appreciate that very much. And I didn't care. I was just trying to get her out of my room, and she ended up pulling the fucking lamp out of the side of the wall. I pulled the lamp out of the wall and threw it at me. Whatever. I blocked it with my elbow and whatever. She ended up leaving. But other than that, I've never had a woman actually physically step to me and put their hands on me. Maybe it's luck. Maybe it's coincidence. Maybe it's the type of females that I associate with. Because that's actually a very good point. I don't, even to this day, and even going back into my early 20s, I've never associated myself with women who showed tendencies to be loud or aggressive or dominating or, too assertive. I don't mesh well with those type of women. And by the way, for anybody wondering, because people like to point fingers and blame, certain people or certain races or whatever the case be, it's not just black women who can be like that. I've been around the world, and let me tell you something, man. Women from Eastern Europe can be way worse than any black woman that I've ever met in the States. You want to talk about aggressive? You want to talk about dry? You want to talk about, like, really no filter? Yeah. Date a girl from Eastern Europe. But I've never, what's up, Plat Boy? I've never associated or meshed well with those type of women. Some men like that. Some men like that type of chick. They like aggressive. They like hard. They like, assertive, and they want to have a little, I don't know. It's like a dominating battle. Who's going to dominate who? Some guys like that. I don't like that shit. So that's probably part of it. I don't associate with those type of women. So therefore, with those women who I've had interactions with, what's up, SM? Happy New Year, bro. generally are quite submissive women or are very neutral women. I don't associate with women who are that show signs of aggressiveness or try to dominate me. They wouldn't last 5 minutes in my world. I wouldn't even give them a chance or an opportunity. So that's probably a big reason why I've never had a situation where a woman's tried to put her hands on me. Loud, obnoxious, those type of women don't get 5 minutes with me. Because I'm not in competition with the woman. Period. I don't compete with women on who's louder, who's smarter, who gets the last word, who's more dominating, who's more aggressive, who can prove this or that. I'm a man. If I'm going to go and compete against anybody, it's going to be another man. Hence the reason why I'm an athlete. I've been an athlete all my life. I ain't got nothing to prove against a woman. Either we on the same page or we're not. I got nothing to prove to you. I'm a man. Period. That's just my mindset. So that's probably a big reason why I've never associated or been in a situation where one put her hands on me, because I don't associate with those type of women. I think that's important. Secondly, I think another reason why is because they know what time it is. They know what time it is. Every woman that I've ever dated or been in a relationship, they know me. You know what I'm saying? Like, they know me. They know what I've been through. And they know that although I'm very calm, cool, and collected under pressure, we can have a heated argument. They can say certain things, because some women, they fight with their tongue, right? They can cut you and slice you deeply with the things that come out of their mouth. They learn that I can take a lot, but they also know, put your fucking hands on me. Why? Because I would never put my hands on you, no matter what you say, no matter what you do, no matter how much you hurt me, no matter, you know what I'm saying? And I've had chicks that I've dated that go and like do some shady shit, like go fuck one of my boys, like that type of shit. Right? So I would never do that to you. So you damn well are never going to do that to me. And that message is clear. So it's just never happened. So I think those are the two factors in regards to me personally. I can't speak on like, oh, what would you do in that situation, Divine? Well, I'm not really in that situation ever, because it never gets that far. It never gets to that point, ever. But to revert back, No Smoke TV, Yave, what's good, bro? But to revert back to a personal experience that I saw when I was younger. I was like 10 or 11 years old, right? I'm going to share a quick story with you guys. Y'all can let me know what you think, because this is all intertwined to what I just said about me personally and how I approach women and how I avoid being in this type of situation that Dana White found himself in. Okay? But also put another perspective on it. So y'all can tell me what you think if you want. I know we got some married men in the building too. I was like 11 or 12 years old. And one of my neighbors that lived across the street was a black family. And the dad, the husband, it was like a family of 5. It was like husband, wife, and like 3 kids. Well, the dad, he was like an ex-football player, like played at a pretty decent level. I don't know if he ever made the NFL, but he definitely played D1. I think he played at like USC or some shit like that. And then he did well for himself going into coaching. And he actually coached Pop Warner. He actually coached me. I was on one of his teams. So, but he happened to live next door. We were actually pretty close with the family, right? And he had a beautiful family, beautiful wife, beautiful kids. Have cookouts, do Christmas together sometimes, Thanksgiving together, whatever, right? And never would have thought in a million years that some shit would pop off. One day, me and my dad were chilling. We just got done cleaning up the front yard. we had this little routine when I was younger. We, work hard, clean the yard up. We drop the tailgate, sit up on the tailgate of the truck and just chill, drink some Coca-Colas, whatever, get some food and just chill and shoot the shit with my dad, right? And one day we were doing that. And all of a sudden, we're just looking across the street, and this dad, right? He comes out of the house, followed by the wife, screaming and yelling at him, calling him all kinds of names, you piece of shit, da 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 da. Now he's walking to his car. His car was parked on the street in front of the house. Nice car, like a Mercedes, like a really nice Mercedes. And the wife's following him. He's trying to get into his car. She goes and blocks the driver's side, right? Doesn't let him get in the car. And she's screaming, yelling. And we've never seen, like I said, we spent a lot of time around this family. We've never seen the wife act like this before, ever. I was like shocked watching her. And she's going apeshit. Talking about you lied to me and you cheated on me. You a piece of shit, whatever. So I was like 12. So I didn't really know exactly, but I assumed that, maybe he got caught with some shit, right? He's trying to get in the car. No. It starts getting physical. He's trying to physically move her so he can get in the car and leave. She keeps fighting her way back in front of the car. She's smacking him, punching him, not in the face, but like punching him in the chest, punching him in the arm, smacking his face, scratching him, yelling. The kids come out of the house. Two of them were really young. One of them was like my age, like 12. We played football together. He comes over. He tries to like break it up. And it's like this big ass scene. Me and my dad are sitting on the tailgate just like, what the fuck? We didn't know what to do. We didn't know what to do at this point. I guess we figured it maybe it'll just diffuse itself. Eventually, he picks her. He's a big dude, right? Ex-football player. He picks her up. Walks her over to the front yard and just drops her on the floor, right? He runs to get back into the car because obviously this whole time she's been trying to block him, right? So he drops her, runs back into the car, gets in the car. As he starts it up, she jumps in front of the car, stands there in front of the car. He couldn't back up because there was another car, like the neighbor's car was parked behind him on the street. So he couldn't pull out unless he like went into the front yard on the grass. So he's like honking the horn, whatever. And he's like, move, bitch, all this crazy shit. And then she goes like to another level, takes out keys, right? Can't remember if it was from her purse or whatever it was, but takes out a wad of keys and just starts scratching the hood of the car with the keys. Scratching the shit, going crazy, scratching the shit out of this Mercedes. And at that moment, my heart dropped. I was like, I don't know why, but I felt, okay, something's about to happen. Because we all knew he loved that car. We all remembered when he first bought that car. Like he was so happy and so proud to buy that beautiful new Mercedes-Benz. And he gets out of the car, walks over to her calmly. And as he's walking to her, she stops. And she says something like, yeah, bitch, like I finally got you out of the car. You care about this car more than you do me. Or something like that. And in that instance, as he walked up to her, he open-handed smacked the shit out of her. And I've never seen a person fall that hard in my life. Other than like two men in a street fight. Dude gets hit in the chin, he goes down. But she not only went down, she like went flying. And the kids obviously were there, hysterical, seeing this shit. We didn't know what to do. But when that happened, she fell down, luckily in the grass, right? And her head didn't like hit the cement or the pavement or anything like that. but she was out. My dad and I, my dad started running over there because he was like, oh shit, he could have killed her. I mean, this is a big ass dude we're talking about. He goes running over there, and I kind of follow behind my dad, and immediately, the dude regretted it. And when my dad ran up, he looked at my dad and said, oh, bro, I fucked up. I fucked up. I just fucked up. And my dad kind of ignored it, and he was concerned, about the wife or whatever. We all try to wake her up, the kids, whatever. She finally came to. She came to. She got up. She didn't really know what happened. But the moment he realized that she was okay, he got in his car and drove off. Long story short, that was pretty much the end. Within weeks, I think, like, the marriage was over. He moved out, and I don't even think she stayed in that house much longer, probably because she couldn't afford it. Because he was probably the breadwinner. He was probably, he definitely was making most of the money. And that was it. They were no longer our neighbors. That story, that situation, like, stuck with me for my whole life. So that's the story for y'all, man. Was he justified in doing that? Okay. But like my man Melvin Harris just said in the chat, that's exactly how shit escalates. Was his life in danger? No. Was she disrespecting him? Absolutely. Now it's ironic because I've actually told women. I told you guys earlier. I've never had a woman put their hands on me. A few little threats here and there. My baby's mom is a complete fucking psycho almost. She's a fucking nutcase. And it's one of those things where you don't really know until, you know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things you date for a while and everything's good. As soon as they get pregnant, they become a whole different fucking person. They have a kid, and it's like, but that's a whole nother story. But she, a few times, will say things that will trigger me. And see, that's the thing with women that you got to be careful, man. You got to be careful. They don't have any other way to get their point across. They're not going to, like, try to knock you out, right? They're not going to, like, try to come up to you and throw a two-piece on you. They try to figure out another way to hurt you. As a men, we got to be aware of that. Sometimes it's hard. It's just like in that situation when she said, oh, you love this car more than you love me, or you love this car more than your family. That shit triggered him, and he slapped the shit out of her. I've had my baby's mom tell me that shit too in an argument. She got nothing else to say because she's probably losing the argument, or the argument's not going anywhere. So the only thing that she can say that she knows it's going to hurt me is say, well, I'll just take your daughter away from you. If you don't give me what I want, if you don't concede, I'll just take your daughter. Your daughter will come stay with me. See, that's how they get you. That's how they get you. Oh, and you best believe I've told my baby's mom, if you were a man, you wouldn't be alive. So you're lucky you're born a female. I'm going to walk away. But that's the nature of it. That's the nature of it. So the moral of the story is avoiding these conflicts by being strategic, being aware, being smart, being disciplined, and only having people in your life that bring you positive energy. Only bring people close into your life that you know in your darkest hour will be there for you no matter what. Those are the only people that matter. That's it. And when it comes to women, like, for me, it's like hey, if I'm gonna be in a serious relationship and take that route, you best believe that it's gonna be a woman that, like, I know for a fact that no matter how hard things get, like, I can talk to this woman about anything, and we can talk cordially, respectfully, and come to conclusions because we respect one another. We respect the qualities that we bring to each other's lives. We don't dwell in negativity. We don't dwell in the things that don't go our way. Nothing in life is perfect. Everybody is built differently. Everybody has different ways of looking at life and viewpoints about life. Women criticize men all the time for being playboys and players and out here fucking around, this, that, and the third. Well, hate to break it to you, honey. It's just something that men do. Does it make it right? Well, that's debatable. Is he wrong if he's married, steps out on his wife? That is a topic of debate. Just depends on your viewpoint on how you look at it. Is it nature versus modern day society thinking of commitment, and you only be with one person for the rest of your life and this, that, and the third? It depends. But I would say on that is that if you're in a committed relationship and you both have agreed, rather you have verbally spoke about it or it has subconsciously been agreed to, that you're in an exclusive, committed relationship with no other partners involved, and that has been agreed upon, rather verbally or not. If you co-signed it and then you go out and cheat, well, sure, that's some foul shit, men or women. But on the contrary, if you make it abundantly clear that you're open to some other shit, but like we can be together, but I mean, this is how I operate, and he or she agrees to that and then flips the script, then no, I don't feel sorry for you because you agreed to it and you knew that. And that's my opinion on that. So, look, man, serious deep topic tonight. Serious deep talk tonight. And sometimes, man, I feel compelled to do it. Two main things to conclude this live stream is, number one, the hypocrisy and the consistency in regards to men being attacked and dismantled via social media without proof or evidence, in comparison to a man who was clearly caught doing something, who is not being criticized and attacked on social media. I will never fucking condone that shit. I will never condone hypocrisy. And the same people that came out here attacking Tank, I'm waiting for you. I'm still waiting. My YouTube is open. I'm waiting for you to come in here and criticize Dana White too. Now, if you're indifferent and neutral and you don't want to get involved in it and you don't have an opinion about it, keep it that way. Keep it that way. Because I can't stand these lukewarm, wishy-washy people either. And they only stick their nose into shit when it benefits them or when it sounds good or they want to bandwagon shit. Stick to your principles. Stand on your square. That's number one. Number two is a deeper message to conclude the live stream, which is, as men, we need to do better. That's in the basic terms that I can put it in. We need to do better on who we associate ourselves with, how we conduct ourselves, how we operate out here, our ability to maintain discipline and control and patience, but ultimately how you operate within your circle, who you allow to be close to you. Where are your standards? There should be a set of principles that must be acknowledged in order for you to allow someone to get as close as some of these women get close to you. They don't have any business getting as close to you as they are. You are allowing that. Women can only get as close as you are willing to allow them. Or what do you mean, Divine? Oh, hey, to the deepest roots, bro. To the deepest roots. Chick comes over to my place. I'm always a hospital person, a hospital host. I'll cook for you. We'll have a great conversation. We'll have some Netflix. We'll have some movies. We'll be chilling. We'll have a couple glasses of red wine. We get down to business. Have a nice night. I got things to do tomorrow. No, you cannot sleep over. It is up to you as a man to control. See, up until the point, what's up, Trill Will in the building? Up until the point where you can get that ass, see, that point is up to the woman, right? A man can't do shit without a woman's consent. But once it is reached that point and there's an agreement that this is gonna happen, you all about to get down, right? You about to get down. She's made that little effort. She's took that step forward. She's given you that opportunity. Now, guess what? Guess what, gentlemen? Now the ball's in your court. What you do from that point actually carries way more weight. How you operate after that. So, food for thought. Rather you listen or not is completely and entirely up to you. And as I always say, there's always an open invitation for anybody that wants to reach out behind the scenes, needs to take a vacation, needs to get away. Your boy Divine has the world at his fingertips. Just let me know. I can set you up pretty much anywhere in the world, bro. And hitting the reset button, there's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with hitting the reset button. Refresh is sometimes needed for a lot of different reasons. Refresh your mind, refresh your soul, refresh your body. Right? We got one life. We got one life to live it to the fullest. The body that you have right now is a vessel taking you through this life. How are you treating it? Mind, body, and soul. How are you treating it? How you conduct your business, how you conduct your life, and how you treat this vessel that the gods have blessed you with is also a representation of how you conduct your business in front of your children. Your children are looking up to you. So keep that in mind. Deep conversation tonight. For all the people that stuck around listening, I appreciate you. It's not your typical boxing place, but I will get to boxing soon. But this was something that was sitting heavy on my heart. I came in here, give you guys my thoughts. For everybody that will come in here after the live is done and watch the replay, salute to you. I appreciate you. Please hit that like button. And Jerome King, I see you coming in here late, bro. I appreciate you coming in. For all the people that did come late, if I didn't get a chance, Happy New Year to you. Hopefully, it's going to be the best year ever. Hope you guys got some nice New Year's resolutions. I hope you attack those goals with full force, with full determination. Don't let nobody get in your way. And hopefully, it'll be the best year of boxing. Hopefully, it's much better than the past couple of years. And we get the fights that we deserve as boxing fans to kind of put some excitement in our life. So I'm looking forward to talking about some fights that are indeed on the horizon. So y'all can stay on the lookout for that. But every once in a while, I got to come on here and talk some deep shit. It's got to be done. But my own New Year's resolution is to start my other channel so I can kind of deviate a little bit, keep this channel more or less about boxing, and go over to the other channel and talk about the deep shit for the people that want to listen to those type of topics. That's my New Year's resolution, to make that separation. But anyways, like I said, for those who did stick around, I appreciate you immensely. That means that you are an open-minded person. That means that you have a broad mind and a real feel for things, and you want to evolve, you want to expand, you want to be a better person. And I'm the first one to admit one of the main reasons why I'm in the position that I am in this life is because my ability to listen, to concede. Number one, when I'm wrong, and number two, to recognize my faults, to improve and get better. The only way I do that is to listen to others who have been there, done that, who has more experience and more wisdom than myself. And that's an important quality and discipline to have. But nonetheless, Happy New Year's to everyone. Stay strong out there. Stay positive out there. Continue to love your family. Continue to do and be the best person that you can be. And keep the fuck shit and the bullshit and the negativity out of your life, and you'll be much better off. Trust me. It's your boy Devon, man. I'm going to get up out of here and attack the day, hit the gym, and do what I do, man. So make sure you've hit that like button if you haven't yet. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe so you can continue to get the videos. And a lot of people complaining that they're not getting notifications. Make sure you're doing your part and hitting that notification bell. That way, when I reach out to YouTube and let them know that my subscribers are not getting notified, I'm be able to show proof that not only are they subscribed, but they're also hitting the bell, and y'all still ain't notifying them. Because it's quite frankly starting to piss me off. So much love to everyone. Underrated Darkness, good to see you, bro. All right, I'm up out of here.